G'day and welcome to today's vlog. Wow, welcome to Çanakkale, home to the Trojan Horse. That Trojan Horse, that is the actual Trojan Horse used in the film Troy that was made in 2004. Wow, seems like long ago. Brad Pitt, that is Sean Bean's horse right there. And that horse has been here since the 15th of September 2004, shortly after the release of the movie, man, which tells the story of some conniving Greeks, of which we have a saying today: do not trust Greeks bearing goods. Do not. That's where that comes from, that saying. Now, you all know the story about the wee horse, the Trojan Horse. The ancient city of Troy is about 25 kilometres, I think, that way. I do. South of Canakkale, that way. And there's a whole statement there. If you want to just pause that, then you can read what I'm about to tell you. Now, no one actually knows why the war between of what happened at the Battle of Troy. Basically, it goes down to the kidnapping. I think that's what I just read. No matter what the real reason of the Trojan War was, as stated in legend, attributed to the abduction of the beautiful Helen. And it was the wealth of Troy that the Greeks wanted as well, I guess. So, you all know the story. The actual battle, right, the film doesn't depict it completely. The battle was at the end of the war. The 10 years that war lasted. Now, that is epic, isn't it? Now, you've all seen what actually happened. There's a few people out and about today. Now, yesterday it was absolutely piddling down with rain. It rained all day, so I couldn't really make the vlog that I wanted to make. So luckily I can today. Now, it is a wonderful thing. It is brilliant just to see, even though it is, just something from a movie. Now, I do believe the real horse is at the battlefield. I don't think I'm going to get there today. I may. It's a 50-kilometre round trip. I may get there. But the story is, basically, the war was going on and on and on, and there was no end to it. Now, I do believe this is the city of Troy, a model of the city of Troy, right here as well. Right in the harbour, the boat harbour of Çanakkale. It is. Now, where am I going to go? Right. The sun clock here as well. Now, I wonder if that's actually working. It's coming up to about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Can you make that out? Possibly. No. Right, oh man, I'm so glad the sun is coming out. So I can today take you over there where you can probably see in the background a war memorial dedicated to the Battle of Gallipoli. So you've got these two, historical events right here in Çanakkale. Not only that, Çanakkale is a really cool place to stay, and it's rather cheap. Accommodation is not that cheap, but compared to Istanbul, bars and stuff like that, it is a lot cheaper. Right, one more look at Sean Bean and Brad Pitt's horse. As I tell you what happened, you all know what happened, but it was 10 years that war went on for, and then one conniving little Greek come up with a master plan, building that horse. They did. So they built the horse, and then their top commandos all climbed inside it, and they left the horse outside the gates of Troy. They did, and they all then drove their boats all around the corner, around a great big rock. That was all done through the night. Next morning, Turks woke up, saw the horse. Just like, you don't know, I can't see it through the olive tree. What was that? They were a little bit suspicious at first. They checked it out and thought, they saw all the ships that had gone. They thought, wow, they left us a gift in defeat. That's what they thought. Made stuff up, didn't they? Based on what they saw. Weren't getting the whole truth, were they? No. Just made up like, they left us a present. So they pulled the horse into the courtyard. They did. It's well documented in that movie. Right, and so they pulled that horse in there and they left it in the courtyard whilst they went about celebrating, and they all got drunk as skunks. They got annihilated, they did. Absolutely pie-eyed. And then late afternoon, early evening, they all fell asleep. They did. They were so wasted, they were oblivious. Right, now as I walk along, there's lots of little bars, right, all along here. Little bars, cafes, restaurants, which is all quite cool to have a drink. And that does continue down here. I'm now walking towards that ferry point over there. So whilst they all got drunk, they all fell asleep. And whilst they fell asleep, Mr. Bean, right, thought, whoa, he got a bit sneaky. The top 10 assassins sneaked out the horse, all quiet like. They did, and then they opened the gates of Troy. And then all the Greek Trojans, they all come in and they set fire to Troy. They burnt the whole place down. They did, and they annihilated the Turks. They did. Poor old Achilles got cut on his heel, didn't he? As in the movie, Achilles' heel. You all know what that means. We all got a bit of an Achilles, haven't we? It is. So even though after that took thousands of years ago, we all know the story. I'm just looking at how clear the sea is here in this harbour. Man. And so that was it. And then the saying comes from that: do not trust Greeks bearing gifts. Do not indeed. Conniving malaccas they are. So there you go, that is about the full story of Troy. Right, now I am walking in to the main part of Çanakkale, right here. Now, well worth a visit, this little place. It is. I quite like it. Late afternoon, early evening, when the little streets start opening the bars. The bars don't open until 4 o'clock, but before they open, there is little restaurants, tavernas, and they're all ditted and dotted about. Now there are ATM machines here. This one, don't use that one. That'll take 10% off you. This one, just 8%. I just accepted the 8%. I did. Right. Let's go and see if we can get a ferry across to Gallipoli. Okay, through the ferry port right here. Yeah. Thank you. Really cool. You come through here, you pay 30 Turkish lira. That man will open the door for you. And then we can... Hello.
Hello.
How are you? Good?
I am fine. You?
That one? Yeah, I'm good. Gallipoli, yes.
Yes.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you. Cool, cheers, buddy. They're cool guys. Turkish people are very, very friendly, by the way. It was a bit like a rabbit in the headlights there, but it was all right. They love the camera. Well, they don't mind the camera. They quite like it. They don't mind at all. And of course, I constantly ask people if I can film. I do, constantly and consistently. And just so we don't upset people. That's the easiest thing to do. Right, here's the ferry, right? It's upsetting people today. It's just like, wow, it's not difficult. It really isn't. So we are boarding the ferry, which will be off pretty soon. Now just wait for it to fill up, and then we'll be away. So, man, where you can buy a key ring or two. Now I know there is a market, a bazaar, that I will take you to where I'll show you where the two is. It's 50% cheaper than in Istanbul, but 20% dearer than Antalya. Been here before, haven't I? It's great when you've been somewhere before. You've got a bit of pre-knowledge. Right, I'm going right up on the top deck. Now I've got my raincoat, I've left the umbrella at home, and I'm hoping it doesn't rain. So we're going over there, where there is a castle, man, and a memorial kind of that way, and then a massive memorial right at the end, where the actual walk took place. But right here, there is a ferry boat just coming back. I think there is also a maritime museum, of which you can see that ship, that submarine, around the corner. Wow. Well, I went yesterday and made a vlog, and I was actually quite shocked at the price. Now you can see, look, it's all a bit wet from the rain from yesterday. But can you feel it? Can you feel it? The sun, these clear skies, right? It's awesome. And also this massive estuary, you will see right out there, there are cruise ships that will come in. If you saw my vlog in Istanbul, the boat trip, where you saw them massive cruise ships and all the boats, the tankers and everything, this is the estuary in which they come. They come from there. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you?
You good?
Thank you.
Cool, thank you. And there is a massive boat there. They will all come in. As you can see, these tankers, these container ships, and they all go all along there, all the way to Istanbul. They do. Massive. Forgot the name of the sea. Aegean? Might be the Aegean. I think that's the Marmarosa Strait. Marmasa Strait or Marmarosa? Memory isn't very good because I'm not as young as I used to be. No, I'm a lot older than I look, guys. I am. That's why I'm growing a beard, so you can see that I'm an old man. I'm not like a young feral lad anymore. Almost there. That's where we come from, over there. You can see a castle right in the background. There is a big ship, another big ship. And as we arrived, that castle today is going to be open. Today's Wednesday. That is closed on a Monday. Last time I was there, it was closed, so I couldn't go in. I couldn't. But today, I will be going in. And this is the other side with this massive, great war memorial right there. And I have some really good news for you. Rather than me just making stuff up, I forgot I've got internet on my phone, haven't I? And I've got my glasses. So when I get off, I'll be able to tell you a wonderful story about the facts on Wikipedia. If you believe Wikipedia. But that's all I have to go on. I was quite surprised because I thought it was just the Australians that attacked here. No, we're quite a small minority, according to Wikipedia. But I do believe at the end of the battle or whatever, that's where the Anzac Day comes from. So I just read it. So hopefully I've remembered something of value. And then when I get off the boat, walk up to that castle, be able to tell you a lovely story about the battle of Gallipoli. Quite significant on all sides. Now also, oh man, there's loads of buses here today. It's really busy. These little tavernas right here will sell you, hopefully, really good sardines. That's what I fancy for breakfast. It is. Right, we are about to debarge. There's a man, he is anchoring us on. He is. Careful when walking down there, these stairs are really slippery. Net one. One with the trucks. Well, that's us. We are on the island. Not the island. So it's not an island. It looks like an island from back there, but it's not, no. It's sort of mainland. It's a lot busier here than it was a few weeks ago. No one was there a few weeks ago. They were not. We've got Plod right here. Are they waiting for me? Yeah. No. Good news. Right, we're off to a good start now. When you get off here, that is the way. You can go to Istanbul that way. Yeah, you can. Or you can come on this side and then go over that great big bridge that I did. 6.5 dozen. And looking at the signpost, you see, you can go to the memorial there. But I know there's a massive memorial right at the end of the road. Right, I have debarged. You'll see these guys. That is the way to travel Turkey, by the way. That is the way. You need a bike very much like that, where you can get all your gear, and that is the way to do Turkey. It really is. That's what I came up with last time. And I wasn't going to come back to Turkey this soon. I thought, when I get to India later in the year and buy one of them one of them Royal Enfield Himalayan bikes, I thought that's the best way to tour India. And then rather than leave it there or scrap it or sell it, I thought if I ship that back to Britain, then I could ride that to Turkey through East Europe. That was my plan for next year. But I couldn't wait. I wanted to get back to Turkey pretty soon. There is one massive reason why I've come back, and you'll find out what that reason is about a week or so, I think. Like I say, I don't know. It's all right making stuff up and what I imagine and what I think is going to go on, and then you come to do stuff and then you find out it's totally different. So there is one huge reason I have come back to Turkey, and hopefully everything will just work out fine. Hopefully. Little tavernas. I hope I'm right in calling them tavernas. I am. Well, you can have a fish breakfast. I know, that's what I've got my eye on. I have when I come back out. You can get trout, mackerel, sardines, sole, whiting and anchovy. I'm thinking at 250, a fiver for a plate of sardines. That's what I'm hoping for when I come back. I love sardines. Hopefully I've got some vinegar. I'll sit there and eat sardines all day with a bit of vinegar. Now, none of these restaurants along here, tavernas, they do not sell alcohol. They do not. They will have chai, tea, but no beer. No, they'll have Coca-Cola. They're all about the same. There was quite a few, like, all situated along here. You know, if you're really desperate for a beer, when I come back, I'll show you where you can get one, or two, or three. Wicked little steps all up here, going to the back little village at the town there. The castle, look, is constantly being upkept, reconstructed as we go through the gates into the castle. I mean, someone's come up with his camper van. Maybe you could camp in here. It's not a bad spot. It really isn't. Now, I did say I was going to tell you a story about Gallipoli on my phone. I will do. I just, I'm not ready to start reading the load yet. Just enjoy the reality of how stuff is. I mean, it's amazing. That is a wicked looking castle. It really is. The entrance point is round the corner. Hopefully it's open today. But hoping even more, I ain't got to pay a silly amount of money to get in. You're in luck. Lucky, look. There's the times when it's open. And that price there, $150. Entrance fee. That's really good. And you can enter. Right here. We're going in. Superb. Oh, that's really good. I'm really chuffed. Oh, I am. Now, for an extra 50, you can get some headphones. That'll tell you all about this place. But it's no good for me. I can't wear headphones at the moment. I've got a perforated eardrum. And thanks to Nikki Dunn, cheers, darling. Thanks for your top tip. I've been trying to clean it with Airbud, thinking there was a bit of an infection in there as well. I'm not sure. I still can't hear properly. It's quite off-putting, but you know me, I just tend to just get on with stuff and not think about too much. But it is really off-putting. I've now had it for about 3 weeks. I'm wondering if it's ever going to go. Oh, cool. So I can spend a little bit of time in there getting some photographs, maybe. Epic. Wicked. Oh, we can go in. It's all open. So you can look down at the night. Right there. And some fishermen fishing off the dock of the bay. That's a little ship coming in. Wicked, right. We're going in. Ottoman castle preservation now. Oh, I'll be quiet in case there's people in it. Man, you can go right up to the top. This is superb. Wicked. Now the Ottoman era of Constantinople is what the Allied forces was trying to take to gain access to the Black Sea to bring in all their ships. So man, look, it's got wicked swords, pistols, all sorts. This predates World War I, obviously, and then onwards and upwards. That is defence weaponry in the Ottoman castles. Cannons, firearms, all sorts. What a wicked little castle experience. Man, I don't know if I'll get a good image of that. Oh, whoa, that's pretty cool. Man, this is awesome. I was a bit disappointed last time I couldn't get in because it was shut. Ah, today I'm chuffed because I just said to the lady, how come it's not 20, 30 euros? Oh, here we go, we're going up to the castle turret with a light at the end of the tunnel. Man, is it going to be the front of an oncoming train? I very much doubt it. But well, we're up here, man. Cool, there's loads of cameras to keep an eye on me. Make sure I don't nick nothing. But wicked view of the gun emplacements, which I'll show you in a second as we spin around. Look. Wonderful old village. Well, there you can walk up there, which we'll probably do on our exit, quite possibly. Now, so gun emplacements, that is what you can see right there. There's 18 of them in all. There it is. Wow. Well, that was quite exhausting coming up those little steps. So yeah, if you're wondering, they're the gun emplacements. The guns have all been removed. Now, when I first saw those, I thought they was the barracks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You guys can count them, but there's 18. But out of only 18 guns, these guys in there, they're pretty cool. They're doing all the reconstruction work of all this castle. They are. Oh, mate. They are some cool guys. Only 2 of the gun emplacements, 2 of the big guns actually could reach the ships that were right out there. All the different navies of the Allied forces, let's call them. Allied forces. The English, the French, and the New Zealand, and the Aussies. Ah, forgive me if I forgot anybody. Man, how do I go down? Oh, cool little look at the castle. I'll get the BFC out. Wow. I'm enjoying the sun coming out, I really am. Now, it's quite cool walking around this old castle with these bicycle right there. Oh, that's cool. I wonder if the knights on these battlements used to get about on them on the mountain bike. Oh, it is cool. It is nice. We've got brilliant light, of which this does look quite spectacular. As we will walk round. I'm a bit disappointed I cannot walk up to the battlements. I cannot. Oh, they're cool. These bronze figurines that are littered just about everywhere. Oh, they do look awesome. One up there. Got wonderful, wonderful light today. These old cannons. Oh, God, man, I think they're cannonballs. Man, the size of the cannons. How cool. Try to keep out the shadows. Keeping the imagery top notch. Superb. That sun is making this place look spectacular. Especially with the dark, rainy clouds. I don't think I'll get underneath there. Might have to duck. Open exhibition area. It's quite cool. Now this has all been redone. What do you call these? I forgot what they call them. I forget everything. Like, but I know I'm in a castle. Much is true. Oh. Still trying to think what they're called. Go through the arch window. What you do, I know it's cool. I can take a little walk up here. And again, it's telling you not to climb in the windows. Oh, wonderful. Look at back. It's quite cool. Now, whilst I was up that tower looking, I saw a few buses, mini buses, going up that road there. Did see a few buses and mini buses where I got off at the ferry point. So rather than me walk 20 kilometres, I think that is exactly how far that is to the actual battlefront cliffside of Gallipoli. I think Mel Gibson made a movie about it. I think. So if you want to know the full story there, go and watch that movie with Mel Gibson. What a day we're having today. Mel Gibson, Sean Bean, Brad Pitt. Man, super duper. Well, just walking around this way. Very well kept. As we got a few. Oh, people, cleaners, reconstructors. Just, it's okay. Cannot? Ah, okay. They don't want to be on film, that's all right. You just have to look at me. Huh? You want to be on film? I see. That's cool. It's not all bad. How are you, buddy?
Good.
You're good?
We are good.
You're doing all the reconstruction work?
Yes.
You're doing the pointing? Yeah, with the old granite chippings mixed with the plaster and cement.
Vallahi yarak gibi iş abi ya.
That's what you call it, right?
Yeah.
And that is it, all this pink stuff in the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's.
That is what you're doing.
Aynen.
The dust, yes.
Where are you from abi?
I'm English.
English.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
not Australian. Mind you, today I should be Australian.
Kanal var mı abi senin?
What?
What you kanal?
I'm a channel, I'll show you. Man, cool. 1 second, you all right, buddy? I'll show them my channel. They might like the vlog, what I made in Istanbul a few days ago. 1 second. Oh, cool. 3 new subscribers. That's good. That's a turnaround. That's really good. I like the Turkish people. I like the way that they are. I like the way like their minds work, man. They're happy, man. They're happy people, which is nice. That makes a change. For all them grumpy buggers back in Britain, they're so grumpy. They are. I just want to moan. I get it with a moan, and I'm English. I like to have a moan. I want to moan at everything. When they're sitting dudes, watch your telly. Nah. That's why I don't live consistently in England. I drive you up the wall of people. Mate. It's all right in the summer when you can go out and do a bit of wild camping and get a real bit of freedom, which you can get in Britain. It's hard, but if you look hard enough, you'll find it. No, that wasn't a huge tour of the castle. I was quite lucky actually, because if it was any bigger, you guys would all fell asleep and got bored of castles, didn't I? Don't want to see castles. I know, I don't want to see waterfalls. No, most of you just want to see girls in bars still. Ain't happening, guys. No, oh, actually, that might be happening in a few weeks. New destination, not a new destination, old destination. I want to go and say hello to my mate. See how he's getting on. In a place I've visited at least twice in the last few years. I think I need to go back again to see if it's improved. Right, that was my equal little castle visit. And as you come right out of the castle, this could be a long vlog. Might have to split it into 2 because I want to show you what the, oh man, Canakkale is like of an evening. It's got a brilliant atmosphere about it. It has, and the people are wicked and they love the camera. So it makes for great YouTube vlogs. It does. Oh man, it does. So I'll just whip you around right now. Have a quick look at these massive gun emplacements, man. That is what they are, the size of them. And I say all the guns have been removed. Man, there is the recreation work going on in there. Right there. Hello. Which is cool. And as you look back down there, that is the way to the battlefront of Gallipoli. So I'm going to walk back to see if I can get a bus there. Yes, I am. Reason being, I've got all day to kill. Haven't decided where I'm going to travel to yet. I haven't. There's an option of an 8 o'clock PM bus to my final destination on this coastal tour. There is. I'm just thinking, get on that bus, I'll be there tomorrow. Then I'll just chill out. It's hot there, it's very cheap. Sit on the beach, cheap, 20 quid for a really top class hotel compared to paying 30, 35 here and the rest of it. And I know the bars, I know the place really well because I spent a bit of time there. I have. Now the other option is to continue my coastal tour, but the big dilemma is, wow. Man, big dilemma is, wow. Do I really want to do a coastal tour right now? It's like what I said earlier, do I want to save it for next year when I've got one, that Himalayan trials bike, 450cc bike. That is the bike to get. Them big bikes, they're too big. They're clumsy, they're hard work. It's all right for touring on the motorways, but by the time you get into little villages and little lanes and that, you really wish you had a smaller bike. And that's what the Himalayan is. It's a perfect built bike for the Himalayas, because you've got them little niggly, not roads, lanes. And get one of them big old bikes, 600cc, would be an absolute nightmare. The weight, it'd be horrible. it could turn out to be a nasty end. So that's what I'm thinking. Right, I'm going back to the ferry port, see if I can get a bus to Gallipoli battlefield where I tell you the full story on Wikipedia. Or I might just sit. I'm sure you guys got the internet, right? I'm sure you can go on Wikipedia and find out all you want about Gallipoli. It's just an amazing story towards the end of the First World War. That is basically what the story's about. How the combined troops tried to take control of the Black Sea, and they lost. There you go, that's it in a nutshell. But 500,000 people died, by the way, on all sides. There's the Turks, Germans and Italians. Not the Italians, Germans, Turks and Austrians. And on the other side were the United Nations. And at the end of it, Anzac Day was performed. And I think Winston Churchill names come into fray for some reason or not. I don't know if he was heading up the campaign. Don't know. So he's a sceptical person, Winston Churchill. What you kind of know and what you think, you know. Two different things. Right, that was my castle tour. That was cool. I was glad it was only 150. £3. It's all right, don't mind that. Pocket. I've got budget for £3. Obviously, if I was bald and bankrupt, then I'd pay £300, wouldn't I? Got to get rid of your money somehow, mate, before you die. What do you want all that money for? Right, here's where I might sit and have a bit of brekkie. Either fresh mackerel, man, or them sardines. Am I hungry yet? I don't know. Bit of a walk out of town, I know, but I wanted to get close to that memorial on the rock. But if you can probably see, it's all barbed wired and gated. It's an operation, it's a military camp. It is. I don't know if I'll be able to film it. I can see two soldiers right there. Can I come in? No. Okay, thank you. Cannot, and they're flagging me not to film, so I'll just show you some ships. There you go, there's some ships, look. Container ship, another ship. And they're in and out this estuary, which I told you wrong, this estuary. It's on my Wikipedia, I will get all my facts correct. But I'm disappointed, I just wanted to get a better photograph or a bit of video of that memorial. I think the best way to do it is from the ferry, that little blue and white ferry boat, the little one going out there. Right, so I've now got to walk all the way back down there. Nah, well, you know, got nothing else better to do. But as you can see, that's a military camp still. That's quite cool. No drones either. No, you see the little crossed out with a drone and you can't fly over it. I'm like, oh, I've got to be careful. I don't want to get shot. I don't want to go to a Turkish prison. No, I do not.